Good, happy Monday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Monday evening edition of Sports with Riley King. Let's get started right now. First up, the Boston Red Sox game yesterday. The Boston Red Sox had a game yesterday, and the final score of that game was Boston Red Sox 7 and Washington Nationals 5. The Boston Red Sox won the game yesterday. Congratulations, Boston Red Sox. And the Boston Red Sox, they play tomorrow night at 8:08 p.m. wild card game against the New York Yankees. Let's go Boston Red Sox. Hopefully they can win wild card game 1. Let's go New York Boston Red Sox. Let's win this one. The New England Patriots and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they had a game yesterday, and the final score of that game, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 19 and New England Patriots 17. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the game yesterday. And Patriots play next Sunday on October 10th at 1 o'clock p.m. Patriots versus Texans. Let's go New England Patriots. Hopefully they can win next Sunday's game. Nathan Eovaldi, Red Sox set to face Yankees in AL wildcard game. Let's take a listen to that video from Nesson Sports.
What's up, everyone? George Valecki here in the PNC Bank Sports Corner. The Red Sox 2021 season all comes down to game 163. And what better debut for the postseason than the best rivalry in baseball, hosting the New York Yankees. This will be the first Red Sox appearance in the wild card game, and the first time facing the Yankees in the playoffs since the Sox beat them in the 2018 ALDS. It'll be a showdown of each team's ace, as Nate Eovaldi will start for the Sox, while Garrett Cole will be on the bump for New York. Eovaldi won just 2 of his 6 starts against the Yankees this season, but allowed more than 2 runs just twice, while Cole went 2-2 against the Red Sox this year. First pitch is at 8 p.m. at Fenway Tuesday night. Baseball's in the air, and oh, what a feeling it is. PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier.
Okay, there you go. Tom Brady not ruling out a return to New England Patriots. Let's take a listen to that video from Nesson Sports.
Meredith Gorman here inside the PNC Bank Sports Corner. Tom Brady's not ruling out being back in New England in one way or another. The quarterback saying after the Buccaneers win over the Patriots on Sunday night that he's not ruling out a return to this place, saying, quote, "I don't know what the future holds. Obviously could be an opportunity to come back here. We'll see. I feel like I'll always be a part of this community. I'll be up here quite a bit when it's all said and done. When I retire, I'm sure there will be a lot of time for, I have a lot of friends up here, and it's a great place." So whether that unlikely means coming back to the Patriots to finish his career, signing a one-day contract to retire as a Patriot, or just being involved in the community in New England one way or another after he's done playing, it's clear that Massachusetts is still near and dear to the quarterback's heart. PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. Boston Marathon features the Boston Bulldogs running club. Let's take a listen to that video from Nesson Sports.
First of all, thank you everybody for being here today. Some people just prefer to run alone. Some people run alone because they're nervous to run in a group for fear of holding others back. Enter the Boston Bulldogs Running Club, a running club that doesn't care how fast or how slowly you run, just that you show up.
But again, I have to stress this, you can't do it alone.
The Boston Bulldogs provide a community for those adversely affected by addiction. Some are celebrating years of sobriety. Some have someone sober in their life. Others have lost. Together, they heal and they run.
I started dating someone who was in the Bulldogs, and he loved it. He loved running, and unfortunately, he passed away in June of 2020. And at first, I just would show up here just so I could stop crying. I'm like, if I go on a run, at least that's better than sitting at home by myself or being upset.
We've lost a couple guys on this team and so many other people who wish they could be standing where I am today, and unfortunately through addiction they're not here anymore and able to run. So I'm just hoping that I can inspire some people to let them know that, like, dude, you think you can't do this, but in reality you can.
It was just my schedule every single week, always included being here on Saturdays, being in Quincy with the Bulldogs on Mondays, and, I just fell in love with it. Like, they're great influences, it's just completely changed my life.
While most members grew up watching and dreaming of crossing the finish line of the Boston Marathon, inclusivity of all who want to run gives the Bulldogs their identity.
This group, for me, is like a family, because they don't care what is your problem. They don't care if you run fast or slow. They are always for you.
A lot of times, I can get in my head and be like, oh, why do I do this? And then there are some mornings that I wake up and I'm like, this is absolutely incredible. Like, this is what I've been dying to do for the last 30 years. And never ever thought I could do it without this group.
Sometimes when you feel so sad or you think the life is so hard, they send you a text, hey, we are waiting for you, wake up, we need you. You are part of the people that need you.
To some of the Bulldogs that are in recovery, running is not an addiction. It's a way of life. It's a way to reconnect with the world and your surroundings. It's a positive sense of community where the message is clear. No one should have to go through what they're dealing with alone.
The marathon has become kind of a symbol almost of renewal, where 5 years ago, I never thought I'd be running a marathon. And for my wife and kids, who, basically saw me at my worst, it's a lesson for them, especially for my children, that it's never too late to flip that script.
Meetings have been great, and having a community of other people that are sober is great, but I was always missing something. The running, it felt good, and it felt right, even though I didn't have the community right away. Finding the community, it was like stepping through the curtains, like, oh, I found my people. It completely filled that void of wanting or needing anything else or feeling empty at times. The running community has completely filled that for me.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this Monday evening edition of Sports with Riley King. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your Monday evening. Good night and goodbye.